Yeah, we're on, dude.
Okay. Well,
We are on.
All
All
right.
right. Let's get on. Let's get on to our screen. We're here, man.
I just figured out who I am in this dichotomy. Is that what that is? Dichotomy 2? That's probably not the right word.
I don't know.
In the show.
Show?
Live with, it used to be Kathy and Regis. And then Regis left and Kathy left. And now, what's the girl that does the... anybody out there, let me know. That's who I am. I just figured out. Great, good to see you. What's going on? Wow. Hey, what time is it, Joel?
What time is it, Keith?
It looks like it's time for Smack and Jack Live 2.0.
2.0. Indeed it is.
Yeah, we're all real comfortable here. It's, I don't know what temperature it is now. It's probably about 30. I got up, it was 21 degrees. So
yeah, it was pretty cold. Winter is here.
Winter is definitely here.
Winter is
Fall
here.
is gone. Winter is here. So grab your cup of coffee. We got a new show for you, a brand new show. So get comfortable. We're sitting down and comfortable, and we will be right back.
Here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Funderman.
Run the old, turn it down. Because we ran out of video. We ran out of video because our audio started a little bit late.
It's because I pushed them. I'm using both hands now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, folks. Smack and Jack Live 2.0.
Yeah, and look, it looks to me like we're in the Thanksgiving season.
We are in a Thanksgiving
The autumn season. Yep. Yeah, 2.0. What exactly is 2.0? Let me start out by saying we are sitting now.
We're sitting because we've gotten old. We can't stand it anymore.
That's why they do that on national shows. They have chairs and
yeah.
So we figure we invest. We actually didn't invest. We looked around the shop here, which is, if you've ever been here, it's a mighty big shop.
It's like a thrift shop.
Yeah. Kind of. And we found a couple of things we can actually sit on. They're called stools.
Stools, yeah. Although, oddly enough, I had to show Keith how to sit on a bar stool.
Yes. All these years of sitting on bar stools, I had to be schooled on it.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
But,
oh, goodness sake.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of a new format. We're sitting down.
Yep.
We're relaxed. And I have to say, Keith, I'm getting a little hot.
Yes. Well, this morning when we got up, it was, I didn't turn the heat on, so,
it was about 20 degrees when I got here, and now it's about 80.
About 80. Is it warm? I can turn I am a little comfortable now.
All right, we're good. We're good. All right, well, we got, good morning, Barbara. Bright and early. Good to see you today.
Yes.
All right, so coming up, well, we've already kind of covered the weather.
Right.
And that
it's beautiful out now. It's a beautiful autumn day.
When I looked at my phone this morning, it was 22. Is that what you said it was?
I got 21.
21? Okay. Yesterday, I posted a little blurb on my Facebook page that there was a little bit of snow. Did you get snow out here?
Yes. I was working at my morning job.
Okay.
And we had the back door open, and it was a bit of a snow squall. For
a
about
squall,
20.
yeah.
They didn't call it that. Maybe that's like last year or something, but it looked like a snow squall to me. It's very pretty.
2018.
Yes. It was
Yeah,
very
so I took a little video out my classroom window, but I could see in the distance, right over 322, of course, that it was like really squalling.
Yeah, coming down.
If we could say that. So, our first snow of the year.
Yeah.
That came yesterday.
Very nice.
All right, what else? So, got a couple dates coming up. Local events.
Okay.
Actually, both of the dates happen to be at my church, so I wanted to kind of throw that out there. Let's see, we have a little bit of viewer feedback on our Facebook questionnaire we put out.
Right.
Whether to stay on stay on YouTube or go to Facebook.
Back to Facebook. Yes.
So we'll go over that for this minute.
Yep.
A little bit of let's see, we got a new car. The Lenderman folk have a new car.
All right.
And you don't even know what that is yet,
no,
right?
wait. Hold on. No. Oops. Wait a minute. Wait.
It's not our birthday.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So I'll show you pictures of our new car. Woo-hoo,
that's great.
Big reveal. A little bit of leaf cleanup tip here for those who have leaves to clean up.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't have leaves to clean up, you
Segment
can,
number 5, I'm kind of curious about.
Yeah, let's see. All right, well, let's see.
Oh.
4.
I'm sorry.
Do you bite your tongue at all? Do you bite your cheek while you're eating? Just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Why? Because I do it all the time, right? Wawa, yeah,
yep.
lunch at Wawa. I'll tell you about what I think about that, and then you got some history.
Already know. Yes. This day in history is a new segment that apparently I just found out was a new segment this morning about 10 minutes ago.
Right. Funny thing is, if I had told him 2 weeks ago, the same result would have happened.
I think you might have told me 2 weeks ago. Well, we were on vacation last week, and you know, I like to say I'm as much in the dark about our show as our audience.
So even though we are in the
Kelly Ripa, that's who I am.
Kelly Ripa. It wasn't Kelly Regis, right? It was Kelly Ann Regis or Kelly Ripa.
Oh yeah, she might have come in after
Yeah.
Kathy left, and then right, Kelly came in, and then yes,
Right.
Actually, like Regis. Regis was pretty good. Yes,
Yeah, I
he's
know.
probably retired and
living the good life by now.
living the good life. Yes. All right. So
Okay.
now
Upcoming events. So at church coming up, we have the Starfest Bazaar, which is next Saturday on the 16th. So lots of baked goods. There'll be lunch served from 11 to 3. What else? You know, and then other high-end thrift shopping.
and I understand there might be a certain studio, Somerset, something that donate to this.
Yes, indeed. So look for a print that was donated by our good friend Kevin Comerford.
Yes.
And he sent that to here. And what was...
it was a Picasso print, and he'd gotten it. And some of these things are worth quite a bit of money. So you should, if you're a Picasso fan, look into that. And it was an old piece, and it just needed to be freshened up. So I put all new framing, matting, good conservation stuff front and back on it. And
yeah, shoot, I wish I had a picture of that. I would have...
Yeah, I do. Well,
posted that here.
yes.
Well...
that's not gonna happen. So yeah, if you're out and about, stop in and check out that. That's
so that's going to be part, I believe, of the silent auction.
Right.
Which
Yes.
I typically always bid on something in the silent auction. So that will be part of the silent auction if you want to go ahead and bid on that.
Okay.
So let me just show a little bit of that. Okay, this is coming up here. Yeah, okay, so the Starfest, 311 South Orange Street in Media, next Saturday, November the 16th. Now, I have to say that, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there. Well, I might be able to be there for a little bit of it, but I take my kids, my school children, to the Lincoln Financial Field where the Eagles play to sing the Star Spangled Banner. We're singing for a Temple game, but it's going to be at the Link.
Oh, great!
So we have to be down there at 10:30. So I'm going to
Okay.
probably miss this whole event on Saturday. Although it does carry over to Sunday too.
Okay, good.
So if you don't get there on Saturday and get there for Sunday a little bit early, just Sunday is pretty much right after
the
church,
service, yes,
after the services and so
Okay,
forth,
nice.
till about 12 or 1. Okay.
All right.
The second thing coming up is also put together by our good friend Kevin. We have a guest artist coming to sing at Christ Church. Her name is Jessica Alassari. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Alassari. And she is an up-and-coming artist.
Okay, nice.
And she's on a tour right now. And Kevin just apparently responded to or made a quote, or responded to a post on Facebook.
Okay.
And she got in touch with him, and then somehow this all got set up for the 22nd of November. She is doing this as a charity fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House. So tickets,
nice.
there are tickets for this event. Tickets are $25.
Okay.
And then if you want to do the meet and greet ahead of time, I think those tickets are more.
Okay.
So if you want to contact me, I'll send you this whole bit of information here. Again, at our church in the sanctuary where we saw the other performance of our Russian guests a few weeks ago. So
nice.
This one here is a fundraiser. It is a ticketed event. So pretty cool. I mean, this is, just he got in touch with her, and then all of a sudden she had an open date, and bam.
Oh, great.
She's singing. So she's,
an
up-and-coming artist that's kind of well-known. And I heard her on, he's saying that her on
XM.
On XM, yeah.
Serious.
So, and made a comment, and she responded, and so forth.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, if you're in the area, that is a nice event we have coming up at church.
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? It says Starfest, Jessica. Let's move on to our viewer feedback. So we were talking about, are we going to stay on YouTube?
Right.
Or are we going to go back to Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Quite frankly, the responses to the form that we put out was pretty much do whichever one you want to do.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
stay on stay on YouTube because we're going to watch you there because people have kind of figured it out.
Right.
I believe that there was one response that said, I haven't watched you since you've gone to YouTube.
Okay.
All right. There was one response who I know, I'm pretty sure I know who this came from, and I know this person watches this on YouTube. But the suggestion was to go to Facebook for the live shows and then go ahead and do some editing and put these onto YouTube.
Okay.
Kind of like what we've done before.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then I thought, you know what? There's no law saying that we have to do all the shows on Facebook.
Oh,
Or
right.
all the shows on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, so we could go back and forth, you know, and do it that way.
Right.
So maybe next week, or the next show, we'll talk about next week later. But
And if you're watching, you know, you can also chime in too. You know, give your thoughts here. You know, my only thing is, you know, a lot of people that are on Facebook have Facebook, the app, open all the time.
yeah,
So, you know, they'll be searching through and that'll pop up. So
Yeah.
you just come on. YouTube, you actually have to go search for, you know.
right.
go into
And
your-
unless you hit the bell or
Right, yes.
the reminder app or
Right,
something
yes.
like that.
So,
Yeah. So
but either way, you know, we're the
so
same
we
show,
are
same
considering
quality.
exactly
Yep.
same quality.
Yeah, right.
We are considering going back to Facebook. And we'll see what happens there. So
And we've our buddy, what's his name? He's been doing a lot of stuff Capitol Hill lately. So maybe he doesn't have time to get back to us. You know.
Mark? Or-
Yeah, Mark.
Mark,
Go to
okay.
Marky, we call him. Yeah, because we knew him
Marky
way back
Mark?
when. Yeah,
Yeah.
Marky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a busy man. So you know, maybe he'll post something. Let us know in the next week. But I don't have my fingers crossed. I don't know what his problem is.
Do
Anyway.
you think he might post something like, you know, it's Smack and Jack, please come back?
Yes, yeah.
But if,
He might do a little video.
that was
dancing.
pretty good. Yeah. Smack and Jack, please come back.
Please
I
come
like
back,
that.
yeah.
Smack and
Smack and
Jack,
Jack,
please come back.
back.
Yeah.
All
All right. Anyway, boo. Moving on.
Speaking of
yeah,
boo,
I
boo.
know.
Oh,
I
my
just thought about that too. Where is Keith's drum set, man? His like faux Tama set.
Oh my
It's
lord.
way over there. All right. Well, we are Smack and Jack Live 2.0.
2.0,
so
yes,
Some
yes.
things have changed.
A little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll bring it back out next week. We'll see what.
Remember
happens.
to, speaking of which, to smack the like button on this video if you're getting value or if you find it somewhat entertaining or
Right.
somewhat enriching of some sort. Go ahead and hit that or smack the like button.
And it might be, you know, some people can't really sleep all the night through.
Yeah.
And
right.
there were shows on early enough that if you have that problem, maybe this is just a little push you need to get back to sleep.
Push you over the edge to sleep.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, you know, I mean, we're here to help however we can, ladies.
You know what? It's funny you're speaking of that because the other morning, I think it was Thursday morning, I'm coming down the hall and this fifth grade drummer is getting his stuff out. Good kid. And well, they're all good kids. But anyway, he said, Mr. Lenderman, I was watching a little bit of Smack and Jack last night. I was like, oh, great. He said, well, I said, did you learn anything? He said, well, yeah, but I only watched about 5 minutes before I had to go to bed. I was like, well, that's a great show to watch to get yourself to sleep. So, all right.
Very good.
What's our new car, folks?
Yo.
What kind of car do you think we got? Give us a
thinking-
guess. What do you think? Obviously, I still have the Sonata.
Right, yeah. So you got either another van or maybe a SUV-ish, maybe
Okay.
something full size, you know, for the whole family, and you know, to put some stuff in. So,
Okay,
doesn't
well,
narrow
why
it
don't we
down a bit.
have a look at what vehicle the Lendermans are now bopping around town in? It looks like this.
oh yes,
This
oh,
is
very
a
nice,
Kia Sorento.
very nice.
Kia Sorento.
Ooh,
So
beautiful, Joel.
we actually bought this at Car Sense, and
Very nice.
we traded
very
in the
nice.
van. We thought we got a decent deal on this. It only had 7,000 miles on it.
Okay.
It comes with a balance of the brand new warranty. It was a fleet car. It was a rental, you know, with Hertz or something,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. So, which our van was too.
Okay.
And I don't really have problems buying those types of vehicles because, in my opinion, I believe they're taken care of. The oil's changed.
Yes.
Yep. They checked this, that, and the other thing. So we had a lot of luck with the van. It ended up, we bought the van with 22,000 miles on it. We sold it with 98,000 miles on it, close to 99,000. Yeah. And there were some things going wrong with the van. The door stopped working on the power door stopped working.
Okay.
The engine light's been on. A couple other things. So we thought, you know what?
It's time. Yeah.
Let's look something else. And
nice.
So Stephanie wanted something a little bit sportier, and she wanted the color white or cherry or something like that. So this is the one that was
white's
available.
nice.
So,
yes. Very, very nice.
So all-wheel drive. It's not the top of the line, but it's got plenty of stuff, and it's got plenty of power.
Car Sense, you said, is this the new one out in Glen Mills? All right, they just opened.
Yep, they just opened over the summer. Actually, this car came from the other one, and they drove it down. First.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Chester Springs, I believe is the next closest one. Yeah.
Came down from Chester Springs.
Okay, nice, good.
All
the best. Good
so
luck.
We are excited about our new car. Lots of power. I don't think I've driven in this one at all. We test drove another one.
Now this is an all-wheel drive.
This is all-wheel drive.
Okay. Yeah. And that's great because you never have to worry about switching you just never get stuck with it.
Good morning, Linda. I see Linda's on. Good to see you. That's the thing. When it snows, we can't even get up our driveway. The van did better than this car does.
Wow, no kidding.
But with just a little bit of snow, then I have to walk up to the garage, get the shovel, so at least we'll get one car off the driveway.
Right, good. Very good.
That one. Yay, so we have a new car.
And it might be a little bit of snow this year.
We might be using it sooner than we think.
Yes, right. So, all the best, everyone.
Okay, leaf cleanup. Right. I know we're just talking about how cold it's gotten, but some of us are still in the midst of leaf cleanup. And I brought one of my tools.
And actually swept a couple of leaves last week at my friend's house. And I saw last night they were still there, Barbara. Blow back in.
You actually...
I go over a visitor, I sweep.
Sure,
so that's about all the cleanup I've done lately.
Nice. But. All right, so if you don't have these guys, these are called leaf claws.
Okay.
Stephanie bought these about 5 years ago. She's used them like 3 times. I've used them the other 145,000 times. Anyway, she bought these off Amazon a few years ago, and I thought, what a waste of money. Well, I use these a lot.
Do you?
Rake up the pods. Now, most of what I do with the tractor on most of the yard is mulch and then bag it with the tractor, right? But if I rake leaves and I come down with this, bam, I'm getting like... I don't know how many. It takes me no time at all to get the pile of leaves into the bag or the trash can.
Very nice.
So these are about $10. If you don't have a set of these, do yourself a little bit of good. Go out and buy some leaf claws. There's many different variations of this, but I will recommend that these are $10. These are by Leaf Scoops.
Okay. Gardex. Yes.
Yeah. There's about 100.
Made in USA. So get this brand.
They're all made in USA, which tells me they're probably all made by the exact same company.
Right.
With all different labels on it. But if you don't have a set of these, folks, go grab a set of these. At the very least, you can look, it's a good Halloween costume. Play a little Pac-Man. Does that remind you of Pac-Man?
And the cymbal player and the marching band can use them at Halloween.
There you go. Yeah, bravo. Woo! Jazz hands.
Not very good. Not very good.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, right. Jazz hands.
Woo!
Well, I have to say that picking them up with your rake, I always had to, you like.
Yeah, you got to like,
and then you go down with the hand, and then you lose half of it.
Over like this.
Coming up, yes. Very good idea. Very good idea, Joe.
Yeah, so again,
and I've not seen them either. So
Stephanie bought them years ago, and I was like, leaf claws, but they work. All right, let's move on.
Good. All right,
folks, have you ever?
I can't even read that. What's that say?
Well, it's supposed to say biting.
Oh, biting tongue or cheek.
Biting tongue or cheek. Now, why is this on our list today? And I'll tell you why. Because I have been biting my tongue, man. What was it, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, man? I bit. It was like, oh,
I hate that.
It hurt. It really hurt. And it seems like I do it. I bit my tongue last night. It wasn't too bad, but almost weekly, if not twice a week, I'd either bite my tongue or my cheek. You have that problem?
Yes, I do. And I can't remember if it was Mom or somebody else told me that because I bite my tongue in the back. And then, of course, that makes it sore, and then you're biting it for the next week and a half.
Exactly, like a canker sore.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
A cold or something like that.
Yeah.
But she always said my mouth wasn't aligned, and I never talked to my dentist about it. You don't chew up perfectly straight up and down.
So your jaw's kind of
out of line, I
going
guess.
that way.
Yes.
Yeah. So did a little research, and you were absolutely true or correct there, Brother Keith.
Ah, wow.
If we
Mark that down, ladies and gentlemen.
And it never occurred to me that, so this is from Alpha Spine Center. So this is a chiropractor that says that, your spine and everything's lined up, and if you're a little bit out, and she goes over a bunch of terms, or he, I can't remember if it's a he or she on this one, then it's going to throw your jaw off too. So it may be something that maybe your dentist can fix with some sort of jaw straightening thing, or it may be more of a backbone spinal issue. Now I know that my backbone is as crooked as coiled up garden hose.
Wow.
Stephanie's told me that 100 times.
No,
Man, your backbone is just so crooked.
That's weird.
So maybe it's starting to maybe it's starting to come get me now that I'm 50 and older.
Oh, yes, 50
right?
plus.
So if you have that issue, folks, go ahead and check out.
No kidding.
What the issues might be. Whoops.
And knock on wood, I haven't had that for a while, but it seems like that happens often with me.
But you're biting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now there is BFRD, and I had no idea what that was. That's body focus repetitive disorder. So now some people bite their cheek as a disorder, like that's something they do. Some people bite their fingernails.
Oh, yes.
Some people pull their hair. Some people suck their thumbs or something like that. So BFRD is a little bit different than what we're talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about the annoyance of, that was my cheek.
Some people have twitches or, something like that.
And this only happens on the show.
Right.
Saturday mornings, right?
When I get into deep slumber, I start.
Yeah. So if you have those issues, folks,
All right.
Look, check with your dentist. I guess the dentist first.
Yes.
Right, and then see if you can.
Before you start getting back surgery and all that kind of
well,
stuff.
I don't know if you need back surgery, but maybe some repositioning or something. Professional help is probably where you need to go,
Yes.
and you're not going to get that on this
You're
show.
definitely not going to get that here, ladies and gentlemen. We are anything but professional.
Anything but professional. Remember to smack the like button if you don't mind. If you're getting a little bit of value out of our show today, just if you've even chuckled one time, we would love it if you hit the smack the like button.
A chuckle and saying under your breath, "These guys are horrible." That's still a chuckle. We'll take it.
That is a
we
comment.
will definitely take it.
A comment, good, bad.
Go ahead, keep talking. Excuse me a minute.
Like a comment, good, bad, ugly is good. I'm not exactly sure what Keith is doing over here.
I think we are up to about.
I think Keith's getting hot too.
It only says 68.
68, yeah. I think we're in the condensed area over here.
Yesterday I got my heating elements cleaned off. I have all my framing equipment up against it and all that, and I have to move everything around, vacuum out, and whatnot. And I did that last night, and now it's working. And
so the heat is on.
Heat is on. Heat is on.
I was going to say they should write a song about that, but apparently
they should, and maybe like
has.
put a movie together with it. I don't know. Maybe call it Beverly Hills Cop or something like that.
Is that where that came from?
Bring in a young kid, maybe by the name of what was his name? Eddie something or other. Eddie I don't know.
Murray.
Eddie
Murphy.
His new last name is Eddie Disney because he sold out to Disney. But we won't talk about that.
See, that has to be one of our segments. Keith knows so much and has so much information.
Useless information.
Useless, completely
popular
useless,
culture.
But
and I think I get that a lot from Mom. Mom knew everything about the old actors and
yeah.
actors. Yeah, she was.
All right, so see, that's got to be your new segment.
All right.
A little bit of information about that every time. All right, let's talk about lunch today, folks.
Yes.
Now, a couple weeks ago, I went to Wawa, as I have to do not weekly, but often to get my own dinner.
Oh no, not Wawa for dinner.
And I walk into Wawa and I think there's not one thing on this menu that I remotely want right now. So I looked around and said, "Oh, flatbread. This is new." So let me show you a picture of the flatbread. I thought, you know what? This looks pretty good. I think I shall order it. So I ordered
Now, bear in mind, Wawa is not yet a sponsor, so we can be
correct. Even though we're drinking the Wawa coffee here, this, that, and everything. But let's go back here. So I ordered the roast beef flatbread, and you know what, Keith? I know this is hard to believe. I enjoyed it.
Really?
This is new. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Wawa flatbread. This is one that I actually had. Thursday, no, was it last night? I think it was last night for dinner because Stephanie said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Get me another flatbread." So you can get anything you want on it. This is roast beef.
Okay.
It looks like she just put tomatoes on it, but it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
So if you're at Wawa, you don't know what to get. I was impressed with this particular sandwich. So
now, I'll have to say that's just roast beef, which is deli meat, right? And I've got a flatbread before, and I can't remember. It might have been something with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and too much stuff. The more stuff they have, the more processed you get. So I think if you stick with just a cold cut type of thing,
right? You
and
can
the
get
bread's
this.
decent.
Yeah, you can get this with any toppings you want. Peppers. You want some onions on it. Maybe a sauce or something like that.
Okay.
I typically go with less.
Right. Yeah. Less is more.
Exactly. Because sometimes even the tomatoes, if you don't eat your sandwich right away, the tomatoes start making everything roll.
Yep.
They
soak into it. Yes.
So
correct.
So that's a recommendation if you don't have any plans for lunch today and you're looking for lunch to eat.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good, Joel. And you actually learned how to eat lunch today. See, you learn stuff all the time on the show.
Absolutely.
Here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I jump in just before you do your
sure.
This Day in History? I wanted to give a shout out to a new YouTube, YouTube friend of mine. This gentleman here, get over here. This gentleman, his name is, let's see. His name is Ron, and it's Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools.
Yeah, nice.
So I was watching him the other night. Speaking of peppers, I was watching not this one, but the other beer review he had. And at the end of the show, he ate a pepper. I think a pepper that he grew, and he's like, "Let me see if these are hot." So it turned out to be pretty hot, and I got quite a chuckle. But he just does a nice little review on beer.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, he does some other tool stuff I haven't seen.
Almost looks like he's wearing a. Looks like Cabela's.
It almost
kind of looks like a
Smack and Jack hat there.
We'll
Yeah. So I subscribed to him. He subscribed to Smack and Jack as well. We had a little back and forth about what he does and what we do here. But I just wanted to give a little shout out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And I thought he was up north. I'll have to ask him where he is. But based on the foliage that's still behind him,
right? If it
seems like he's a little bit closer to where we are.
Okay.
I thought he was up in New England somewhere, but I might.
Does he have an accent or anything? Or
not really that I can tell.
Ours? Yeah.
Yeah. So a little shout out to him, a new YouTube friend. We have some commonalities there. So, all right, brother Keith.
Yes.
What do we got?
Well, now that we don't do the birthday thing anymore, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Let's do it this day in history. And there's a lot of stuff going on this day in history. 1848 was the first U.S. post office opened in San Francisco, California. At that time, in 1848, there was about 15,000 European settlers. And that's something, 15,000 15,000 people in California.
Yeah.
And that's something. Wow. Don't fall asleep yet, ladies and gentlemen. Got another one here. 1972. Bones discovered by Louis Leakey and his colleagues pushed human origins back 1 million years. Just in 1972. We learned. So
I remember talking about Louis Leakey in grade school, elementary school, and pretty amazing.
Pushed back another 1 million years. In 1983, Alfred Heineken, beer brewer from Amsterdam, is kidnapped and held for ransom of more than $10 million. Wow. Goodness. And still to this day, one of the mass-produced beers. They are still I believe
Private?
Heineken is owned. It's a woman now, but her name is Heineken. Yeah, they are privately owned.
Nice.
And they own part of, or they partnership with Lagunitas. Lagunitas partnered with them so they could get into Europe and all that. Nice. Another great.
And they make Amstel, right? They brew Amstel.
No, because Amstel now is a InBev. Beverage. So
I was going to say we had Amstel, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, well, they're made in America by Budweiser. And in 1989, the Berlin Wall fell.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yes.
Today.
Dividing the city for more than 28 years. Yeah. It's so weird. 28, you would think. So
it seemed like it was divided a whole lot longer than that.
Yeah, 61. Well, after the... when did the war end? 45, something like that? Barbara will know. So I guess it took them a long time to divvy up the country as to who was going to get what and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And I remember the infamous Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Shut up!
Yeah, it sounded just like him, didn't it?
Thank you, Ronnie.
Well, coming from the grave, I don't remember. I can't remember. Okay, and one birthday, because you got to touch on this. Carl Sagan,
ooh, yeah,
the father of all astronomy, modern astronomy. Was born this day in 1934. Billions and billions, and remember the Cosmos, the original Cosmos. That was Carl Sagan. Remember that? They have the new. I can't remember the doctor's name that does it now, but very interesting. And he was pretty. Don't believe he's around. He hasn't been around for a while.
Incredibly interesting.
Yes. So that's our news segment. More to come on that. I'm gonna, a little rusty, a little nervous.
Should we give you an introduction like we did for the quote of the day? Remember that?
Yeah. We'll have to work on a video. Yeah, we'll do something.
Okay,
like that.
We'll create a little introduction for Keith's this day.
I'm thinking the song "Age of Aquarius." With all the hippie stuff and me floating around. Oh, man, we got our work cut out for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it.
Again, when he says we, what he really means.
He. See, we, there's no he in we. Or there's no we in he.
There's no we in we. All right, folks.
All right. Well, there you have it.
So I was going to say, I remember I was in college when that Berlin Wall came down. I kind of remember that whole where I was.
Yes.
Got that news.
Yep. But, Scorpions had that song, Winds of Change, probably their biggest hit. Heavy metal band from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, crazy. 30 years ago, man.
Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely
crazy. We're getting old, dude.
Yeah.
We're getting old. That singer that we were just talking about, born in 1989.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
So, anyway, all right. So we are, we're up, we're at 9:50. Look, we changed our format.
We were going to shorten the show a little bit.
What ended up happening there on the outro? Very outro band?
Yeah. What ended up happening? We just started talking more.
We just rambled.
Less content. We just yapped more. Oops. Thanks for stopping by. We're not going to be around next week. You got something to do.
Yeah, I got plenty to do. I don't know if I'll be around the next week either.
So we might miss Thanksgiving.
We may miss our Thanksgiving show this year.
Okay.
If we don't
work on that,
maybe
we can do something recorded or something.
Yeah, well, we might be around. I just some Saturday things coming up. I might be able to squeeze a show in, but if we don't see everybody before then, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Enjoy your fall.
Yep. Enjoy your family and driving safely and all that kind of stuff. Biggest driving day of the year in the United States. So yes, and stay warm because I think winter's here to stay.
A little chilly.
So all right, and thanks for once again. Remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. Take care, guys.
We'll see you again. Bye-bye.